Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a very casual get ready with me using my favorite and most used beauty products to achieve a very natural, minimalistic, effortless, glowy look. So if you're interested, then go ahead and keep on watching. So the first product that I'm using today is this by Mercier. This is the Tinted Moisturizer. It's SPF 30 and I use the shade 3N1, so you guys can see this side's already blended out and it just looks so natural and the color is amazing. It's very close to my natural skin color, which I love. And I'm using it with the original Beauty Blender sponge, and this is just in the black color. They come out with tons of different shades of these all the time. And I highly recommend, if you don't have a beauty sponge, first of all, get one. And if you have a random no-name brand beauty sponge and you don't have the original Beauty Blender, I highly recommend getting the original Beauty Blender because nothing compares to it. Any other brand that you'll find is just not as soft, not as bouncy. Like this one is so soft, squishy, bouncy. It doesn't absorb as much product as other sponges that I have found do, and it is just a game changer. It really just blends out your makeup like nothing else. And a lot of the other sponges, because they are so much more dense, will just not blend out the product anywhere close as seamlessly as this one does. So I know that it seems very expensive for a sponge, but it is such a versatile tool because you can use it for your foundation, you can use it for your concealer, you can use it for setting powder, you can use it to touch up and blend out your makeup at the end of your makeup application just to make sure that everything blends into each other. You can use it for any cream products. You can use it, honestly, you can use it for so many different things. So for that reason alone, I feel like you're getting it for so many different tools at once that the price is justifiable. Plus, you don't need to replace it as often as you think you do, as long as you clean it. So I recommend getting the one that comes with the small little Beauty Blender cleanser, and that way you can keep it nice and clean and get all of the foundation out of the sponge. But it just really pushes the product into your skin to make it look like skin, and these two together are just amazing. I use them all the time. And I can't close it for some reason. Next up, we're going to talk about concealer. I love this one. This is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. And this is full coverage, so a little bit goes a very long way. And you can sheer it out or build it up, which is what I love about it. So I actually take off most of the product that comes out on the brush when you pull the wand out. And I just use very little when I'm going for a natural look. And then I'm going to blend this out quite a bit. But what I love about this concealer in particular is that, first of all, you get a lot of product in this bottle, and you can use it as concealer just underneath the eyes or spot conceal any blemishes around the skin, or you can actually use it as full face coverage and kind of use it as a foundation if need be. And I did want to also show you guys brush options if you're not a sponge person. This is the Sigma F64 concealer brush, and unfortunately, Sephora does not carry Sigma, which is annoying, so this can be found at Nordstrom or on the Sigma website. I can't remember who else carries Sigma these days, but these brushes have lasted me so many years. They're so good. And notice I'm holding at the end of the brush. Again, this is not a makeup tutorial, but I hold my brushes at the end, so I'm applying as little pressure as possible to the skin, and I try to do little pushing motions to push the product into the skin instead of pulling my skin, because you don't want to pull the delicate areas around your eyes. So just little pushing motions like you're stamping the product in, and make sure that you get around the nostrils. It's so hard not to make a tutorial while I'm just talking to you guys about products, but anyways, you can use the sponge as well, again, to just push product into the skin and make sure that everything is seamless and blended. And that is our base done. So to set the skin, I only really set right underneath the eyes these days. I always use my Mercier translucent setting powder, and this is in the original translucent shade. That was really hard to get out. I don't know why that was so hard to say. But anyways, you're just gonna take a little bit of product on your makeup sponge on the pointy side, and you are going to look up and just push this product in a big triangle shape right underneath the eye, on the side of the nose, right in this smile line. And this powder is incredible. I like to actually set my eyelids with this as well so that it makes it easier to blend out eyeshadow later on. And because you don't want eyelid creases. But this powder is so finely milled. A little bit goes a very long way. It never makes you look heavy or cakey or anything like that. It just sets your makeup so well. I have tried other powders along the way of having this powder to see if anything compares or can compete, and nothing ever does. So if you don't have this in your collection, I highly recommend it. So I actually like to apply my highlighter before my bronzer because I feel like it looks a little bit more blended that way. When I put my bronzer first, sometimes it could tend to look a little bit muddy. So I'm going to go in with this Dior Nude highlighter. This is the Nude Illuminizer in shade 3. So this is the gold shade. They do have, I think, 4 shades of these. So I'm just going to get a little bit on my brush. This is my favorite highlighter brush. This is the A23 brush by Anastasia. They also have this one at Sephora. And I'm very lightly going to take this on the tops of my cheekbones. And I like to just kind of like, half smile, put a little bit of this on the cheeks, maybe take this a little bit on the brow bone as well, and just wiggle my brush, and then it's just beautifully highlighted. Look at this compared to this. It's so good. This is just the best highlighter. It's so pretty. And look at this packaging. The packaging used to be a lot sturdier and not like plastic at the bottom, but the product is so good that I just can't. My most used, most repurchased... Oh my god, I thought that was gonna break into a million pieces. And it didn't. Thank God that didn't just shatter. Oh my god, I just literally saw my life flash before my eyes because this is a brand new compact and these are not cheap. But this is the NARS Laguna bronzer and I love this stuff. It's just such a great undertone and you get so much product in the pan. And I just use that on a big fluffy brush and I'm gonna put that naturally where my cheek hollows right here and just small little swirls. And you can literally create the most chiseled, defined looking cheekbones with a little bit of sculpting bronzing powder. Just a little bit on the tip of the brush, swirl, try not to bring this down too low. And all of a sudden, wow, your face has structure. And I do like to take just a little bit on the apples of my cheeks, just a drop, just so that we can kind of like bring this in just a little bit further over here. Look at this side compared to this side. This has been a cult classic for years and years and years and years. It's one of those bronzers that I always go back to even though I have a ton in my collection. And it's just such a great shade. So for blush, I do have a few favorites. Benefit actually comes out with these really cute holiday palettes every year. This one is from a few years ago now, but it's so great because you have 3 different blushes in here and then 2 different shades of their bronzer. But again, each palette comes with a different mixture of whatever's going on. But Benefit has some of my favorite blushes. I love the Rockateur because it has a little bit of a shiny sheen to it. These 2 are a little bit more matte, but gives a little bit of something. But today, I also wanted to show you a completely matte blush without any sheen to it at all. This one is by Laura Mercier. I love this color. This is in the shade Peach, and it's so, so good. I take a little bit on a blush brush, start kind of like midway on the cheeks, small little circles, and I like to bring it back, and it just adds such a cute little flush of color. And then you can take a little bit on the nose as well. But this shade is just stunning, and I really like the formula of these. They have a long staying power, and it's very buildable, so you're not accidentally taking a little bit and going crazy. You can build it up, and it stays for a really long time. Love these. Moving on to brows, I absolutely love this from Benefit. Obviously, they're known for all their brow products, but this is the Precisely My Brow Pencil, and I have the shade 3.5. You have a spoolie on one end, you have the pencil on the other, and the first thing that I do is just comb my brows upward and outward on both sides, And then I just lightly add a little bit of definition to my brows because I thankfully have really defined brows and they're a great shape. But I just like to add a little bit more structure to them. And I like to define the tail just a little bit. And I find that this pencil is very thin, so you can create a very precise shape. And the colors are amazing. They have all different sorts of undertones. And they have great staying power. And they just glide on so well. I really like this one. And I like the Anastasia one as well. And then I love just a good drugstore one from L'Oreal as well. If you're looking to save money on this step, then L'Oreal has a great brow stylist definer. But honestly, nothing beats this formula. So this is brows done, and I am obsessed with the clear brow gel from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the best brow gel I've ever used. It's a never-ending tube. I swear I had my last one for 6 years and I used it pretty much every single day and it just never finished. There was always still a little bit of product and I just got to the point where I was like, okay, I should probably just get a new bottle at this point. But it looks so natural. It doesn't add any clumping. It combs out the brows so well. It stays forever. It doesn't move. They're just on. And I like to use this with my just natural brows when I don't fill them in as well. For mascara, I got this the other day from Dior. It was a gift with purchase when I got the highlighter. And this is the Dior Show Iconic Over Curl Mascara. And I used to always only use L'Oreal Telescopic from the drugstore. But I need to show you what this does because I just love how my lashes look with this mascara. It's crazy. It lengthens and volumizes without getting clumpy. This is one coat of mascara. Is that not the craziest thing? It's so good. A lot of people think that they need to dip back into the tube after every single stroke of the lashes. You guys don't realize how much product is actually on the mascara wand. You can probably do like 3 coats with just one dip of the brush. And actually, every single time that you put the brush back into the barrel, you're adding more oxygen into the tube, which is going to make it dry out faster. So especially when you have an expensive mascara, you want to dip into it as little times as possible. Look, this is literally both lashes done with just one dip of the brush. Like what? So I don't really use lipstick too much these days, but I love these lip pencils from Laura Mercier. This is the Plumberry Longwear Lip Liner, and I love this color because it looks identical to my natural lip color. And what I'll do is I'll just add a little bit of definition to the shapes of my lips at the side. Just the lightest hand, and then a little bit on the edges out here too. I don't even really do the bottom, I just do the edges, and that's it for that. But their Longwear lipsticks are also really good. When I do wear lipstick, I wear those. They just look like this, and they are magnetic. This is such a fun color. This is in the shade Rose Ultimate, and it's just a super Barbie pink. So much fun. I'm not gonna wear it today, but these lipsticks are such a good formula. So that's going to be it for this little segment of my favorite beauty makeup products to create a very natural look. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give this a like. I'm going to have links to all the products mentioned in the description, so go ahead and check that out if you are interested. And Sephora Sale is ending on November 9th, so if you wanted to pick up any of those products, then get them on sale while you can if you are a beauty insider. And I think that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.